right, take two, because apparently take one, I'm an idiot. So, alright, this is, as you see, I'm all frill-tastic, so you know what that means. It is time for a Lolita vlog. And it is time for a hot button issue Lolita vlog today, because apparently my life is not complete without some kind of drama. And this is a topic that I know is going to get most people's blood a-boiling, because we are going to talk about replicas. The most hated, hottest, harshest topic, far beyond people just not getting along, people talking shit about one another, people posting people to behind the bows and CGL and whatever the fuck. Beyond all of that, the only thing that could get people to, like, I know, around the way, so to speak, when you getting in a fight, you take your earrings off. That's like, bitch, let me get my fucking earrings off. That's like the first thing to go. Some bitch take her headbow off and be like ready to go to it. That's probably wouldn't be the main topic that has somebody throwing their headbow on the ground and like getting ready to punch a bitch. So we're gonna talk about the hottest of the hot button issues, the harshest of the hot button issues, and my own highly controversial take on this exceedingly. This button is so hot that you touch it, your hand just melt off. So let's just get into it. So this is what happened that I got into this whole, I went down this fucking rabbit hole of this topic to start with. So on Facebook, there is the, what the hell community is that called? It's some kind of like Lolita Laughs or some shit. I know that's not what it's called, but I'm thinking that's what, like, I know that's not technically what it's called, but it's called something. Hang on. Groups. I gotta do this the old fashioned way because my ass wasn't ready. Oh, Lolita humor. Lolita laughs. Oh my god. Yeah, the Lolita humor community. And somebody had posted a picture of, it was like a meme from 300 where the guy was shielding the girl and she was the girl. The guy said Brando, and then in the back was like all these marauding people, and that was replicas. And I was just like, okay, did somebody else have something to say about replicas? I don't know where that was. And I was just like, okay, so we're still mad about these replicas, huh? So why are we mad at it? I don't know. But people be mad about it. Like I said, somebody take the headbow off, get ready to get in some fisticuffs. It's because somebody brought up the hot button of replicas. And I'm going to do that because I either don't have a life or whatever. So this is what fandom had to say about the whole Lolitas and replicas thing. This is on lolitafashion.wikia.com, and I guess I'll post a link to this in the description or whatever. But this is what it looks like. Oh shit, you can't even see that. And this is on relatively, oh, never mind, it wasn't on that low. Damn, that's kind of dank. There it is. The dank on the dank, but I do gotta put some light on this back light, cause that's like real dank. I can't even see. Alright, so this is what it says. Replicas were once considered an alternative choice for Lolitas on a budget who sought after brand label prints that were sold out or simply not circulating secondhand resellers. The topic of replica has become a subject of debate regarding both the legal copyrights of the designer as well as ethical concerns of purchasing and selling replicas. So, and they give a little history of replicas, and I'll read it because it's pertinent to one of the reasons why I have my own personal issues with Angelic Pretty, but we'll get into that. Let me read a little teeny, like the first paragraph of the history. Replica Lolita dresses became very popular as an alternate option to purchase coveted designer brand dresses, usually of dresses that were no longer available on shopping services or they were not currently circulating secondhand sellers or any other reasons. The replica was once a welcome part of the Lolita forum Lolita forum discussions until EGL, if you don't know and you ain't been around that long, EGL was the live journal community that was once upon a time the biggest community for Lolita, for the discussion of Lolita in all its splendor. So the the replica was once a welcome part of the Lolita forum discussions until EGL placed both a ban on the discussion and selling of replica dresses after a representative of Angelic Pretty requested, we'll get to that in a second, this discussion topic cease in 2012. AP excuse me. AP is one of the many Lolita brands open to openly condemn replicas. On that topic, and this is part one of where I was starting to get real pissed off with AP, and this is probably gonna be one of the few times I will mention this. In 2012, I remember when this happened in 2012. I was sick as a dog, and I went to California to go visit my best friend, and the day after I got there, I was still too sick to go out and do anything, and that was when that happened. This was like in August, I do believe. I went to go see her in 2012. That was the last time I went to California too. And it was like, oh, they're not talking about replicas and da 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 da, and it was like a whole big fucking to do about EGL has stopped take a discussion and stop selling. And it was like, if you even talk about it on any of our stuff, we are perma banning you. You're not going to get a second chance. We're just permanently banning you for all time. And I was like, the fuck happened? And it turns out they didn't request. AP did not request that they don't talk about it. They fucking strong armed them into not talking it, threatening to sue, threatening to have their page shut down. It was, and that actually really, 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 to put it mildly, put a burr in my fucking petticoat. I was not amused by that level of strong arm tactic, that you're going to sit there and say, oh, we're going to sue you if you continue to discuss replicas. I can understand the selling of replicas, but not even discussing? Pardona me, motherfucker. I do believe we are in the United States and we are protected by freedom of speech. You aren't in this situation. In fact, you have a business here, yes, and at the time there was and is still an AP shop in San Francisco, because I actually went to that shop. However, you don't have the right to tell people from another fucking country how they can conduct their forum. It's an open forum, open for discussion, and we are protected under the bounds, or not even the bounds, but we are protected under free speech. We can talk about whatever the fuck we want. So that right there lit a fire under my ass that has yet, as you see, I'm still pissed off about it. And that was 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 6 fucking years ago, and I'm still pissed off about it. I don't like it when people do strong arm tactics because they feel they have the moral fucking high ground. You can have the moral high ground, just don't be a dick about it. So, I don't even know. That just, oh my God, that's a topic that is still a sore spot for me. And yes, you can say, oh, this bitch is butthurt. Yes, the fuck I am, because I'm sorry. In this country, we have the right to speak freely even about shit that somebody else don't like. I have to live with people talking about dumb shit, neo-Nazis talking about dumb shit, people talking just dumb shit, and they're all protected under free. I can't talk about a replica dress because a company has basically a pointy dildo in its ass, and they're like, oh, we're gonna sue. Fuck you. Yes, the fuck I am butthurt. So, and I don't give two fucks about it. How about that? So, alright, we have that whole situation that went on, and like I said, I'm still angry about it. So, that goes, now with all of that being said, and now that you know why replicas kind of fell out of favor and why people get their fucking bloomers in a bunch over it, let's discuss it, because seriously, here's my controversial take on it. I don't care. That's just my controversial take on it. I don't care. I don't know if I have replicas because I have had to get custom stuff, and sometimes something piques my fancy, and I don't know if it's a replica or not, especially in the early years, because I think I might have a replica dress that was from Kids Yo-Yo, and I just was like, oh, this is fucking cute, I want it, and I think it was a replica, out of everything, a fucking replica of an Angelic Pretty dress. So I might have a few replicas in my repertoire, but especially like I said in the early days, and my dumb ass, as previously mentioned, doesn't know what the name of a lot of styles and prints and stuff are. So, but if you want to go ahead and buy a replica of Crystal Dream Carnival, do you? If you want to buy a replica of whatever the hell is going around, do it, because I personally don't give a fuck. It doesn't have anything to do with me, my day, my circumstance, or anything about what I'm trying to deal with. You want to do that, go ahead and do it. Just be happy wearing whatever you wear. So the argument against replicas, from what I understand, is you're taking money out of the hardworking pockets of those people who make these prints and yada yada, and I can understand that. That's a moral argument, but again, part of the reason why people buy replicas, and I'm not trying to justify this, is they can't afford it or they can't fit it. Now, granted, the affordability is a concern because, as also aforementioned, everybody has a budget. Whatever country you live in, your country has a budget. They have debts they have to be responsible for. When you are an adult, you have debts and things that you are responsible for. You can't just go around throwing money willy-nilly at every little thing, and you have to live in a budget. So, and it is a fantasy to believe that, oh, I don't have no budget. Even Bill Gates has a budget that he has to live in, and he has bills that need to be paid, and if he don't pay them bills, they going to credit report his ass, and that's going to be embarrassing for him because he's the richest man in the world, and he's got, like, he didn't pay their credit card bill that week or month. So everybody has a budget. So, and I know conventional wisdom would say, just save up and get the real thing, because if you get the real thing, you'll feel much better about yourself. Let's be real, people. We live in an instant gratification society. If I'm not getting the shit now, I'm damn sure not waiting a year or two to be able to afford something just because it's a genuine Angelic Pretty dress or a genuine Baby the Stars Shine Bright. I'd want it the fuck now, and I know my Lolita dress or whoever has the shit, is available for immediate shipping. I want it the fuck now, and I have the $80 to go buy the bootleg version of Crystal Dream Carnival. So, yeah. So, let's be honest with ourselves. We live in an instant gratification society, and if we don't have it right now, it ain't happening. It ain't popping. So, always remember that. And as far as I know, I don't keep up with what Angelic Pretty puts out. I know they're on some, like, space lollipops, whatever. That's what everybody's, like, vagina's all getting moist for right now. Not to be crude and crass, but that's what I've been seeing. Everybody like, oh, and I'm just kind of sitting here like, okay. So, as far as I know, I have not seen Crystal Dream Carnival get a re-release. I haven't heard anything about them getting a re-release. And if that is your dream dress and it's not going around on the secondhand market and nobody's trying to hear about selling it, bootlegs, here we come. So, I don't even know. Then there's those, as for taking money out of their pocket, have you ever tried to order some shit off of AP? I haven't tried to order anything off of them, but every time I turn around, when I just go and look, just to look at some shit, their shit is always sold out. Their shit usually sells out in fucking pre-order. And unless your ass is planning on traveling to Japan, there's no fucking way you're gonna get it when the shit sold the fuck out in pre-order. So, and you know most of those people are not gonna resell those dresses. So, they're getting their cut of the pie is my point in that argument. I could see if like they were like living on the streets selling like spider slaves because we're poor. They're not poor. I'm sure they're not rolling around in I was going to say in 20s, but that's an American analogy. They're not rolling around in 5,000 yen notes, but they're not scraping like cash together either to try to take the JR line. No, I mean they're getting their cut of the pie, so I can't agree with that argument. And as for, there's also the argument of intellectual property. This is the rabbit hole I fell into. So according to everything that I looked at, and I mean I fell deep in this fucking rabbit hole and I could not claw my way out no matter what the fuck I did. I tried to crawl out of it and I was like, hell, I'm drowning. And I'm going to give you the abridged version of, well, it's illegal, you can't be having bootlegs and okay, here's the thing about fashion design copyright. At least as it applies to the US, I could not find anything on Japanese law that was not in Japanese. And as I have stated before, I can speak enough Japanese to navigate through Japanese society. Don't ask me to read nothing. I'm illiterate as fuck when it comes to reading Japanese. I can't read nothing. So, here's what it is for fashion copyright for the United States and the United Kingdom. As of 2016, most countries, including the United States and the United Kingdom, fashion design does not have the same protection as other creative works, i.e. art, film, literature, etc. Because apparel, clothes, shoes, handbags, etc. are classified as functional items and are excluded from protection by copyright laws. So this is why you can get away with the shit that China gets away with. And the other thing I had read was China can get away with a lot of shit because they are pretty much the manufacturers for the world. They manufacture every fucking thing. And you want to try to boycott, we're going to boycott China's items from China. Good fucking luck, because they do every fucking thing. This dress, let's just say the dress that I have on, it's made in Japan, I think. But that's not to say the textiles from where this lace comes from, that might have been fucking manufactured in China. My glasses were probably, like, the rim of my glasses were probably manufactured in China. The glass might have came from Italy or whatever the fuck, but the rims were probably made in China. So, good fucking luck with trying to boycott. We're going to boycott China because they're bootlegging too much shit. Good luck with that shit, because they manufacture a lot and they know they have motherfuckers by the balls. They just know they have them. Like, we got your balls. Like, yes, you too. Can you let them go? I'm a girl and you had to dig in to get my balls too. Like, yes, we did. So good luck with that. But I'm saying, that's why China gets away with the shit they get away with. And that's why, and the other thing I read, it takes years to sue. You gotta find a lawyer in China who's willing to stand up against a Chinese manufacturer of goods, even if they're bootleg. You gotta find somebody that's willing to stand up against their own countrymen and speak out. Find a judge, it was saying, that was willing to take the case. And in China, it's kind of like greasing wheels. You got to know the right people who want to do the right thing. And you got to be paying not only legal fees, but you got to pay bribe money. You got to pay actual fucking bribe money to people. It is maddening. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine. So that is why the bootleg market persists, because there's just no two ways around the shit. So, you can say, okay, as a consumer of Lolita goods, I am taking the moral high ground and I refuse to purchase replicas. That's about as far as you can take it. But as for boycotting shit and people suing, that is never going to happen in 100,000 years. Because we're talking decades of litigation if it even sees the light of day in a Chinese court. The only way you could possibly remotely even think of like something like that is you gotta really hit China hard in their pocket. But again, good fucking luck with that. So, but for me, I literally don't care. This is one of those topics I don't see why everybody gets so fucking hardcore about it. It's like, for me, as a former business major, I'm like, if you, yes, there's a thing with luxury brands, and I guess Angelic Pretty and Baby the Star Shine Bright, they can be considered in Lolita the luxury brand of Lolita, and Taobao is the more affordable brand for the common Lolita on the block. And the luxury brands like AP and Baby are for, like, let's just say the regular Taobao community, people that like me that get shit off of Taobao, we are like the consumers of domestic cars. We drive Fords and Dodges and whatever. While AP people and Baby people, they're like the Mercedes and the Lexus. In fact, they're probably like the Lamborghini and the Maserati folks. So different strokes for different folks. It's all about what you can afford, if you can't afford it, or fucking fit it. Because I didn't even get into that. Because there's a lot of girls that are just too tall for shit. A lot of girls that are just too chesty for shit. There's a lot of girls that are just too chubby for stuff. And you got to go where you can squeeze into. And a lot of those replica spots, they will custom make your shit. I heard once upon a time, a long motherfucking time ago, and I'm starting to think it was so long ago that I was hallucinating it, but I think I did hear that Angelic Pretty is willing to customize it. It's just, you are paying an unholy amount of money for it, and it's enough to make you throw up and cry at the same time, and like, I don't even know, and all other bodily fluids crawling out of your body because they're just horrified that you just paid that. But like I said, I think that was a long time ago, and I ain't heard anything about it since. So I do believe I heard that in like maybe 2007, 8, I think. And even then, I'm thinking I heard it, but again, like I said, it was so long ago, I think I'm hallucinating. So, but if you can't fit in stuff, you can't afford stuff, and you can't be one of these high-end designers getting all pissy because people are, like I said, you're still getting your cut of the pie. The fuck? So, I don't know. But, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, personally, buy, again, whatever it is that you can afford and what you want. Because, I don't even know. It's not worth, I mean, I guess, yesterday I bought a Calvin Klein dress that I totally could not afford, but I bought it anyway, and I looked so fucking good in it, and it felt good to be able to wear and fit into an actual Calvin Klein designer dress. So I get the allure of wanting to buy designer clothes. I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit you like, I don't get it. I do get it, because it was fucking fabulous that I could fit into that motherfucker. And I'm looking at it right now like, goddamn, I can't wait to wear that again. So I get the allure, but if you can't afford it and you can't fit it, it's just go wherever you need to go. So, and don't worry about it. Everybody else needs to mind their own fucking business. Point blank, period. Mind your own goddamn business. It wasn't from money coming out of your bank account, so why do you give two shits? So, that is all I have, and I don't feel like I made a lick of sense, but whatever. So, I'm gonna get out of here and go do something else. Probably gonna put my damn Calvin Klein dress on, because that joint is fucking fabulous. So, later!